Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling drained, disheartened, or disrespected? We all have. The truth is, we're often influenced by the people we interact with, and their presence can either uplift or deplete our energy. In this talk, we're diving deep into the types of individuals that might be sabotaging your peace and progress. We'll explore how to identify these toxic traits and arm you with the courage to say no to them. This isn't about judging others, but about fostering self-respect, protecting your peace, and promoting growth. Embrace the journey, and by the end, you'll be better equipped to navigate your social environment, ensuring it contributes positively to your life. Stay tuned, because this is going to be an eye-opening conversation. Let's start unraveling our strategies with the first one: distancing yourself from people who drain your energy. Picture this: you're a vibrant light bulb, radiating energy and illuminating everything around you. Now imagine someone constantly dimming your glow, exhausting your vitality until you're merely a flicker. These energy drainers sap away your enthusiasm, leaving you feeling tired, uninspired, and empty even after a brief interaction. Energy drainers aren't usually bad people. In fact, they may be friends, co-workers, or even family members who are grappling with their own challenges. However, they manage these battles by unloading their anxieties, fears, and negativity onto you. This constant outpouring of negativity can leave you feeling emotionally battered and physically tired. In the realm of Stoicism, we learn that while we may not control the actions of others, we have a say in our reactions and who we allow into our emotional space. By acknowledging these energy drainers, we can consciously choose to limit our interactions with them. Protect your energy. It's not rude or selfish, but necessary. After all, you can't pour from an empty cup. It's crucial to surround yourself with positive influences that promote mutual growth and encouragement. So, learn to say no to energy drainers and yes to a healthier, more fulfilling social environment. Having discussed the energy drainers, let's now turn our attention to a different category of individuals: the negative Nancies. You may have encountered them, always finding the cloud in every silver lining, focusing on the shortcomings of every opportunity, and constantly expecting the worst outcome. Their negativity can seep into you, tinging your worldview with shades of pessimism. Now, we're not suggesting that everyone should constantly exude sunshine and rainbows. We all have our down days. But if you're dealing with someone who unfailingly sees the worst in every situation, their mindset could be toxic for your own mental and emotional health. Stoicism teaches us to embrace equanimity, that is, to remain unperturbed by external circumstances, be they positive or negative. It encourages us to focus on our responses to life's challenges rather than the challenges themselves. A negative Nancy may focus solely on the storm, but a Stoic will focus on navigating through it. In the face of such negativity, it's important to fortify your mind. Be aware of the impact these people can have on your outlook and resolve to maintain your positive approach. It's not about living in a fantasy world oblivious to reality, but about acknowledging the challenges, yet choosing to focus on the solutions. This is the Stoic way, and it's a path towards a more grounded, centered life. Moving ahead from the discussion about unreliable people, let's enter the territory of those who are manipulatively crafty, the puppet masters in the background, pulling the strings. Manipulative individuals have mastered the art of deceit, often covering their tracks with a charming facade. They operate on confusion, making you second-guess your judgments and manipulating situations to their advantage. The danger here is that their behavior is often not apparent at first glance. It might seem like they're genuinely interested in your life, but in reality, they have ulterior motives. They're the ones who will turn a simple conversation into a convoluted mess, leaving you feeling puzzled and off balance. Embracing Stoicism teaches us the significance of authenticity and transparency in relationships. It empowers us to recognize such behavior and to not let ourselves be swayed by it. It's crucial here to trust your instincts. If you feel like you're constantly walking on eggshells, it might be time to reassess the relationship. It's important to remember that you deserve honesty, integrity, and respect from the people around you. Relationships should be a source of support and positivity, not a game of chess with a master manipulator. So, if you encounter such individuals, muster the courage to say no and protect your peace of mind. Absolutely. Let's dive straight into this important strategy, dealing with chronic unreliability. And before we go into the details, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more insightful content like this. So, you've encountered them. We all have. Individuals who, no matter how much they promise or commit, consistently fail to follow through. The chronically unreliable. They're often charming, full of grand ideas and promises, but when it comes time to deliver, they leave you in the lurch. This chronic unreliability is more than a mere annoyance. It can significantly disrupt your plans and even damage your trust in people. Over time, the constant disappointments and unpredictability can breed resentment and strain your relationships. The Stoic approach here isn't about anger or resentment, though. It's about recognizing the pattern and opting for self-preservation. It's about understanding that you cannot control their actions, but you can control your reactions. You can choose not to depend on them for critical tasks. You can choose to communicate your feelings about their unreliability, and if things don't change, you can choose to limit your exposure to them. Remember, it's crucial for us to surround ourselves with people who respect our time, honor their commitments, and are reliable. We all deserve relationships that add value to our lives, not ones that consistently bring stress and disappointment. So, don't shy away from standing up for what you deserve. It's not just about saying no to the person, it's about saying yes to your peace of mind and personal growth. Having navigated through the first half of our list, we now land on an essential strategy: handling people who don't respect your boundaries. Picture this: you're in your own personal bubble. This bubble represents your emotional, mental, and physical space, your time, your energy, and your right to personal privacy. Now imagine someone persistently poking holes in this bubble, causing it to shrink and you to feel cornered, overwhelmed, and disrespected. This is precisely the effect individuals who disregard your boundaries have on your well-being. Boundaries are not walls built out of hostility or a desire for isolation, but fences that protect your inner peace and personal space. They delineate where one person ends and another begins, promoting mutual respect and understanding. Individuals who consistently undermine your boundaries are subtly communicating their disregard for your feelings and autonomy. As a Stoic, the philosophy of respect for individuality is paramount. You understand that everyone has their unique journey and personal space that deserves to be acknowledged and respected. When you encounter those who don't respect this philosophy, it becomes critical to reinforce your boundaries clearly and assertively. Remember, saying no to such individuals is not a rejection of them, but an affirmation of respect for yourself. It's about preserving your peace, defending your time and energy, and upholding the Stoic philosophy of mutual respect and individual freedom. Transitioning from our last point, let's now focus on a significant obstacle that can hinder our progress: individuals who discourage our growth. It's unfortunate but true that sometimes the people closest to us are the ones who feel threatened by our success. They might mask their insecurities with friendly advice, subtly undermining your achievements, or even directly belittling your aspirations. Now, this is not to say that every critique is malicious. Constructive criticism is a part of growth. But there's a clear line between someone who gives feedback out of genuine concern and those who use criticism as a tool to suppress your potential. A Stoic would view this as an opportunity to reflect rather than react. It's critical to distinguish between the intent to help versus the intent to hinder. Use your discernment to identify if their remarks stem from concern or insecurity. Remember, your journey is your own. Your victories and your struggles are yours to celebrate and to learn from. Don't let someone else's fear or envy cloud your vision. Stick to your path, hold firm to your ambitions, and continue to strive for self-improvement. By doing this, you maintain control over your life's narrative and protect your mental and emotional well-being. And most importantly, always surround yourself with people who inspire you, encourage you, and celebrate your growth. Their energy will fuel your own journey towards success. So, we've talked extensively about the importance of recognizing and distancing yourself from those who don't respect your boundaries. As we move on from there, let's focus on another type of individual that can wear down your emotional resilience, the chronic complainers. We all have bad days and need someone to vent to, but chronic complainers take this to another level. They are the ones who always seem to find something wrong, no matter what the circumstances are. Their dialogue is consistently filled with grievances, most of which revolve around external factors they blame for their dissatisfaction. Living a stoic life means understanding that we can't control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we react to it. When you're surrounded by chronic complainers, you may find yourself being drawn into their cycle of negativity. Their complaints can cloud your judgment, sour your mood, and increase your stress levels. However, by recognizing these individuals, you can maintain a more balanced perspective. Practice empathy for their struggles, but also maintain your emotional boundaries. Remind yourself that their complaints are their way of handling life, not yours. Saying no to engaging in their endless complaints doesn't mean you're turning your back on them. Instead, it signifies your commitment to safeguarding your mental peace, thus enabling you to lead a more fulfilled, stoic life. Their complaints are their responsibility, not yours. You choose your reactions, your emotions, and ultimately your peace of mind. Continuing our journey of introspection and self-improvement, we now arrive at a crossroads that many of us dread to confront, dealing with people who resort to guilt as a tool for manipulation. Guilt is a powerful emotion, one that can be leveraged destructively by those who manipulate. They exploit our vulnerabilities, our sense of duty, or our fear of letting others down to serve their own needs. It is a psychological tug-of-war where they pull the strings and we, unsuspecting, fall into their trap. However, the good news is, it doesn't have to be this way. Recognizing these instances is the first crucial step. We must sharpen our awareness to understand when we are being manipulated through guilt. Once we learn to identify these moments, we can begin to reclaim our power. In the philosophy of Stoicism, we learn that our emotional responses are within our control. It teaches us to rationalize our emotions, to question them, and to understand their root cause. When we start taking control, we can effectively prevent ourselves from becoming emotional puppets. Remember, it's okay to say no when the request is unreasonable or oversteps your boundaries, even if saying yes seems like the easier option. Asserting yourself might feel uncomfortable at first, but with practice, it empowers you to maintain your peace of mind. Every interaction should be based on respect and understanding, not manipulation. So, equip yourself with Stoicism, recognize the signs, and take control. You are the master of your emotions, your actions, and your life. Shifting gears slightly, let's talk about those individuals who are quick to judge and slow to understand. We all know such people who form opinions without even knowing the full truth or understanding someone's circumstances. They are the judgmental ones. Navigating interactions with these individuals can be particularly challenging and draining. A key aspect of Stoicism teaches us that everyone carries their own unique perspective and experiences, which should be respected and understood rather than judged. Why? Because we all have our own battles to fight, challenges to overcome. When we encounter judgmental people, it's important to remember that their opinions often say more about them than it does about us. Judgment hampers connection, breeds negativity, and strangles empathy. It creates walls between people, while understanding builds bridges. As followers of Stoicism, we are encouraged to cultivate empathy, patience, and an open mind. We strive to comprehend others' viewpoints, even if we don't agree. This is not just about being agreeable, it's about fostering a sense of humanity, connection, and mutual respect. So how do we deal with judgmental individuals? We respond with understanding and compassion, but also maintain our boundaries. We can't control their behavior, but we can control our own reactions. It's important to communicate openly about how their judgment impacts you, and if necessary, distance yourself to maintain your mental and emotional balance. As we move forward, let's delve into another critical point, the 10th strategy, involving those who spread rumors or gossip. It's crucial to recognize the impact these individuals can have on our lives. They introduce unnecessary negativity and falsehoods into our social circles, causing disruptions, misunderstandings, and strained relationships. Gossip by nature is the nourishment of those who thrive on the weaknesses of others, who revel not in the triumphs but the trials of their fellow beings. It's a tool for manipulation, often used by individuals who lack the strength or courage to confront their issues directly. When you encounter these rumor mongers, remember that their actions often stem from their insecurities. They may be attempting to shift focus from their shortcomings or create distractions from their failures. However, this isn't about them, it's about you and how you can protect your peace and mental well-being. As a Stoic, you value truth, integrity, and respectful, honest communication. You wouldn't want to participate in spreading false information about others or entertain those who do. So, how do you distance yourself from such interactions? Politely excuse yourself from these conversations. If directly confronted, emphasize your disinterest in participating in gossip or rumor spreading. This might feel uncomfortable initially, but standing up for what you believe in often does. By consciously deciding not to engage in gossip, you're not just protecting others, you're also safeguarding your character and mental peace. Remember, your world is largely the peace of mind you create. Don't let the whispers of others disrupt it.